Hello everyone, welcome to the shortcomings and wishlist video for the chat system Summer-BreazeHome 5.0. Our battle owner mentor this project is Masoud Sadjadi. The team members for this project are Mark Juman, Averhoff, and Tariq Juman. So now I'm going to head over to the production website. So here I'm currently logged in as a client to name testbot. Now I'm going to click on finding your agent navigation link, and that's going to lead to the finding your agent webpage. Here are the search bars for the agent's first name, and the agent's last name, and the city of province, which these are going to filter the list of agents' results listed below: the first name, the last name, and the locations. So the first shortcoming that we didn't have time for was to combine all the search bars into one search bar, which was a feedback suggestion given by Dr. Masoud Sadjadi, which I agree with him, that it should be easy and intuitive for the client to use for one search bar instead of three, where they have to enter in the first name, then they have to enter the last name here, and then they have to click here for the city province, which that is not intuitive here. So having one search bar is easy for the client to use. And that if you see here for Peter, there's a type ahead, which is the first name for this search bar here. And that type ahead, if we're using one search bar, it should display the last name next to it, as well as the city and province here. So that's going to guide the client to find the right agent. So that's that part of the first wish list. And the second shortcoming is if the client clicks on the agent, let's say Peter, and they're going to chat with the agent named Peter, and here's the chat room. So I'm going to head over to the agent here named Peter. So that's a Peter agent. So here is the second shortcoming here. So this icon is the user aligned status. So that is only for chat room connections. Meaning here, if I send another message to Peter, another message. Now if I refresh the page for Peter, it's going to see an unread message notification 1, which is correct. So now they're both connected to the same channel. So that's what's the current implementation of for now, which is both connected green if they're both connected to the same chat room, and offline red if they have guests connected from the web page or the chat room, which that implementation should be changed to the BreazeHome web page of the login and logout button here. So let's say if Peter logs in to the BreazeHome website, then the icon here should be display green, and if you're logged out to exit the web page, then the icon should display red. So that's an implementation change that should be changed for this wish list here. And that if the client or agent has entered in the chat room, it should say this user has entered in the chat room, or if one of those users have left, then it should be a notification saying that user has left the chat room. So that's that part of the wish list here also. And for a guide, there's in the BreazeHome Django API, there's in the user section, there's an attribute of is online. So that's going to be used for the implementation, the login and the logout. So if the user has logged in, then the is online should be true, and if they're logged out to exit the web page, then the is offline should be false. So that's the guide of the user online status connection, as well as for the notifications here. So that's that part of the wish list. And the third shortcoming is, let's say another client was chatting with Peter. There should have been a notification message saying another client is chatting with you. Would you like to accept or decline the chat request? And if they have declined the chat request, then it will be recorded in the chat conversations. But if they have accepted the chat request, then that was part of the shortcomings. So here, either if the agent has accepted the chat request, then they'll be switched over to the other client's chat room, and then they can change back using the chat conversation list. Or if the other client sends back the message to Peter, then he can accept the request and go back to that chat room of that client. Or another suggestion would be if the agent wants to accept the client's request, then on the bottom here should be the chat room headers where the agent is talking to. So like user 1, next to it will be user 2 and user 3. So kind of like this chat box room here, like this format of this rectangular format where it's going to say test like user 1, user 2, user 3 next to it. That's going to be static. So like if I scroll, these chat rooms should still stay static on the bottom here. So each acceptance will display each one on the bottom, and the agent should be able to like exit the chat room header or like open the chat room header or close the chat room header, and that should still display the same chat room header here and the message. So if they open it, it should display that chat log for that current user and so on. So this wish list is good that the agent is communicating with multiple clients so it's like the agent is multitasking with multiple clients at the same time. So that's that part of the wish list. And the third shortcoming is, so as of now, if I say test message, so that is updating that chat conversation list here. But if another client was messaging the agent, or the other way around here, the chat conversation list should update, but it only updates as of now the refresh. So the agent has to like refresh the button here, the web page, which then he'll be able to see the other conversations from other clients. So that should be changed, where the broadcast system should be changed where it's listing from other conversations by clients, so that it'll be updating here as well as the unread message notifications. So that's that part of the wish list. And for the final part of the wish list here is I'm going to go back to the finding an agent page. Here, let's say here is the main page. Here, if the user types in the address, city, or zip code the place will search for, and then they'll be lead to this results page here. So in our finding our agents page, we have this filter box here. We're filtering the age, ratings, contractor certificates, and area of expertise. So we had a defect where we should have the same kind of implementations as this results page here. So like let's say if a client clicks on a contractor, so you can see there's no apply filters button right now, but if I click on one here, there should be a button here to apply the filters. But if I close the filter, there should be a warning message here saying that you have not applied your current filter options, and that to apply it, I'll click on apply, and that's going to filter the agent results. So the same thing should happen to the results filter page, where the client clicks on the filter they clicked on, it should update the buttons, and then the warning message. Also with the current results filter, it's each time you click on the filters here, it's calling back the API at the same time, which will make it kind of like slow also as with the range size, where it's keep calling the API at the same time, which only should call it when you apply the filters, which should be much more faster and intuitive to use. So here is the more filters options. So all of these filters like should be up to date as to like connecting to the database here. So if the users clicked on these filters and then apply, then the results page should be filtered here. So that was the defect wish list that we will want to have improved with the results page. And that should be it for the wish list and shortcomings that we have for the chat system. And if you have any questions regarding this video, please contact us using the email, phone, or Slack. And if you have any questions regarding the BreazeHome project, please contact Dr. Sadjadi using this email. And thank you for your time.